Hey, what's up? It's Chris, your spiritual mentor. And today I want to talk to you about an interesting concept that isn't really brought up that much, but I feel like it can really change a lot of people's lives if they listen closely and really understand what's going on here. So, what I'm going to talk to you about is how that not all spiritual gifts are in alignment. So you can actually have a spiritual gift that feels blessed and it feels like it really benefits your life, but in reality, it's generating you negative karma and it's causing a lot of the disturbances in your life that you might be blaming elsewhere. So, how does this happen? How does somebody have accidental spiritual gifts that are actually dark energy? Well, the way that this happens is they attain beautiful aligned spiritual gifts through lifting up their consciousness. But then, as they start to normalize and habitualize these parts of themselves, their ego creeps in and starts using the gifts for non aligned purposes. Ooh, woo, right? It's not that crazy. It's not that dark, but it really does affect people negatively. Not just the one that is doing the negative psychic attacks, but the ones that are receiving the negative psychic attacks. So, the first thing to realize is that you need to check in with how your gifts are resonating harmonically with the rest of people. If your gifts are making you feel more separate from humanity, more different from everybody else, oftentimes it's because your ego has hijacked your gifts. And when your ego has hijacked your gifts, then they start to cause you problems because you're not supposed to let your ego hijack those gifts. And that's why they're only given to very spiritually awakened people, is because the average person would abuse the heck out of it, right? The average person would abuse the heck out of a spiritual gift. A spiritual person usually tries not to abuse their gifts, but ends up doing it anyways if they are in a lower consciousness and if they're not quite as happy as they would want to be. What I'll say is, in order to really utilize spiritual gifts properly, you need good discernment. You need to be discerning on what entities you channel. You need to be discerning on the energy that flows through your heart while you're speaking. You need to be discerning of the people that are coming into your lives and the opportunities that come into your lives. It's kind of hard sometimes, but it's so important. It's so important. Say it with me. It's so important to make sure I use discernment. So, anytime you're going to use a spiritual gift, you're going to tap into some information through the Akashic records. You're reading about someone's childhood trauma and their energy body. Maybe you're predicting the future or you're manifesting and creating something. I want you to ask yourself this simple question: is what I'm doing in alignment with love? And then wait. You'll get a yes and you'll feel this flow and flutter of good energy, or you'll get a no, where it's like, uh-oh, and you'll kind of stop what you're doing because you realize it's coming from that dark part of the back of your mind. It's not coming from the presence. Right? Yes, you got it. You got it. Great work. So just use this discernment and check in. Ask yourself, am I doing anything psychically that's out of alignment, that's causing negative karma and feeding back to me as scarcity mindsets and anxiety and not being able to connect with a lot of awesome people? Is that happening? And if it is, you'll hear so from your soul. So hope this helped. Use discernment, check in with yourself. Your spiritual gifts are blessed and awesome, but they can also be misused. And if you need more help balancing your spiritual gifts and balancing all this intense, sensitive energy that you've got, just go to the description. You can find a way to reach out to me. I have a bunch of awesome groups. I have a bunch of awesome mentorship programs. Check it out. You'll probably love it if you resonated with this video. So yeah, thanks so much for joining today, and I'll see you next time.